fucking do this. So Slipknot have just released a brand new song. It's called Solway Firth. There is an official video with it as well, so I'm going to watch the video too. And I can see that there's Corey Taylor is in the thumbnail, so another video with the band actually in it, and like All Out Life. But I'm super hyped. What I'm going to do, I'm going to listen to the song, watch the video, do a reaction to it. I'm not a reaction channel. I'm not usually one to do reactions, but I like to do it when a big new song comes out. And then I'm going to give my review of it, which is what I usually do on this channel. Before I get started, I've also done track reviews I did a live reaction to All Out Life. I'll link that up in the description, and I also did a track review of Untainted as well when that came out. So this is going to be like a mixture of both. I'm going to do my reaction to the track for the first time, and then I'm going to review it as well. So let's get to it. Solway Firth. Okay, so I've just loaded up the video. It's 6 minutes long, and it's only got 25k views, so I'm early before it gets into the millions. But let's do this. Solway Firth. Let's turn this one up.
You're a fucking killer, Huey, just like the rest of us. Now why don't you stop pissing around and tell everybody what this is really all about?
Some great shots of Corey and stuff earlier on. Oh, the hype is so real. Some cleans from Corey as well. Oh, fuck, yes! Fuck yes, that riff is killer. Instantly sounds like Slipknot as well. Alright, I like this. I like how it's kind of switching between the quite atmospheric sort of darker, quieter stuff with the heavier side. Corey sounds fucking awesome. This album's gonna absolutely kick ass. Alright, we've got some turtle action going on in the video. That riff is very cool. Instantly Slipknot as well. Sounds just like very classic Slipknot. Corey's vocal sounds so strong on this track. This is a very, very strong track. Really feels like Corey's lashing out in the chorus. Alright, here we go. I really like the sort of twists and turns in this song. It keeps you engaged. It's such a strong track so far. It's still got a classic Slipknot edge to it as well. You can instantly tell it's them. I like it. And Corey's vocals are just so good on this track as well. He sounds amazing on this album so far from what I've heard. Alright, back to that more sort of. Smiling years, fuck. That was a really, really fucking good track. Some sort of early Slipknot, all atmospheric things as well going on. That was fucking awesome. I'm impressed. Alright, so that was the new Slipknot track, Solway Firth, and I'm sorry if I didn't say much during that. I was too busy taking that in. That was a lot to take in, that track. But I'm gonna let me go through my thoughts and opinions, my initial thoughts and opinions after the first listen. Okay, so I've just replied to a couple of messages and stuff, and I've had a couple of minutes to kind of reflect on the track, and I really like it. I think it's going to grow on me in listens. Obviously, you know, I mean, it's going to take multiple listens to get a full sort of understanding of the track. But here are my initial thoughts after my first listen of Solway Firth. So, straight out of the gate, it looks like it's from a film. I didn't see anything in the description about what film it's from. It's probably something really obvious now I've said that. But if you do know, let me know. It looked like it was kind of from a soundtrack or something with, you know, the kind of dialogue over the top, and you know the cut in between the band and shots from the, you know, whatever it was. It looked like a film. If it is, I think it works really well. It looks like a very violent sort of film, and I think the song is just like very, very heavy sounding, and it just works really well with those kind of, you know, that very violent visuals. This song kind of reminded me of like an Iowa Grey Chapter mix. It sounded quite polished, but it had kind of, you know, kind of the rawness in Corey's vocals at certain points of the track of Iowa. Obviously not on the same level by any means, I'm not saying that, but just certain elements, certain little, you know, certain odd screams he did throughout the track, you know, really reminded me of that kind of raw energy. The drums are fantastic, pounding, Jay solid as always. Corey sounds the best I've heard him in ages. He's never sounded bad, I don't think. You could argue on Volume 3, but that was obviously a long time ago, but I still liked that era a lot. However, Corey really sounds the best he has in a long time here. The screams almost sound inhuman at some points in this track. You know, that I haven't smiled in years line, I think that's what he said. You know, and just the chorus really feels like he's lashing out and like really sort of, you know, really kind of releasing that inner anger that's built up over time. And this song just really bursts with life for me. I loved the intro, that kind of very quiet, atmospheric kind of intro. You know, Corey singing some local, sort of some quiet cleans as well in the intro, and that sounds really, really cool. It like slowly builds before it goes into this really heavy riff. Instantly sounds like Slipknot, very reminiscent of sort of the Grey Chapter era in my opinion. But like it kind of sounds like that, but on steroids. Really, really cool riff. straight out the gate. But again, it kind of goes back into that sort of quieter, more atmospheric sort of vibe before kicking back into life, and you know, Corey really unleashing his vocals. Verses sound super cool. The chorus is awesome. The chorus is very heavy. Unlike Unsainted, where we got that really cool blend of, you know, heavy, like the real heavy stuff, and the more melodic, catchy, you know, accessible chorus. This song kind of keeps it throughout. You know, with kind of the intensity throughout. Even the chorus, you know, not so much having the hook of Unsainted, but more keeping the raw intensity that the rest of the track has. And I really like that. I feel like it's cool that we've got that kind of blend when you listen to Unsainted, where, you know, we've got this real heavy song but with the really big hook and the really big catchy chorus. And then we've got this, where this is like the polar opposite of that, and you know, we've kept that intensity throughout. Even though, I mean, in the intro and stuff, there's that sort of more soft atmospheric vibe. After that, the song just goes nuts. And this is a really, really great sounding track. It really, really is. I just wanted to check where this song was on the album. I'm fairly sure it was near the end, like towards the end of the record, if not the last song on the album, actually. Let me have a look, because I'm curious of where this album's going to land on the album. It is actually, it is the last song. It is the final track. I was right. It is the final track. So the final track is 5:56 in length. I think it works really nicely as an album closer. I think obviously when you hear it in context of the rest of the album, it'll make a lot more sense. But I really think that at the end of this album, this song is going to be phenomenal to listen to at the end. You know, it's a real burst of life, and it's just very, very intense. And I feel like it's going to sum off. I mean, this album's apparently very dark, so I think that it's going to sum off that album. You know, sort of end the album very well, sum the whole thing up very well. I think the song ends really well with that big sounding end section and Corey's really intense vocal, and I feel like this song is going to see the album out nicely, but obviously we'll see that, we'll kind of hear it in context nearer the time, well, when the album comes out in August, in just under a month's time. And I'm so excited to finally hear this album. I'm really, really fucking excited to hear this album. I'm definitely going to be reviewing it when it comes out as well, so please do subscribe if you do enjoy, because I'm going to be keeping up to date with Slipknot. I mean, it's highly unlikely there'll be another single before the album drops, but if there is, I'll do that as well. This is the album I've been most excited to review all year. The amount of hype surrounding it, and you know, just the amount of talk and the amount of build up for this record. You know, over the last year or so, maybe it's just been amazing. And apparently, with, you know, Corey saying it's going to be a very dark, personal album, I can definitely see this more on this song. Unsainted, I can see it in the lyrics. You know, it's quite an angry song lyrically. I love the chorus of Unsainted with the lyrics like I never kill myself to save my soul and all that. But this song feels like a lot more dark. It feels like it's got a lot more to say, almost. Well, even more to say. And it just feels like, you know, that real lashing out of for that sort of inner anger that's built up inside of you, and this song just really, really works nicely. And I'm really, really excited to hear this album. I don't really know what else to say. I feel like I've just rambled on throughout this, but yeah, I kind of wanted to do this review kind of off the cusp straight away and not sort of overthink it, because usually I when I do a track review, I listen to the song quite a few times. But I wanted to do this track as my initial thought. I wanted to do this one a bit differently. I wanted to do this track as my initial thoughts. As I got the notification through, I was like, I'm going to go straight upstairs, I'm going to listen to it, I'm going to film me listening to it, then I'm going to discuss the track. And I just really think the song is very strong. Corey sounds absolutely fucking amazing. The song is super cool. The riffs are awesome. Slipknot is well and truly back. I'm ready for the album. And I'm going to give Solway Firth, on first listen, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. That could grow, depending on, because it is a 6-minute track, so there is a fair bit to digest. So after a few listens, I think it'll probably grow on me. But 4 out of 5, it's a fucking good song, and I'm very, very excited to hear the record. So if you did enjoy this review, I know this one was a bit sort of winged, but please do subscribe. I'm going to be reviewing We Are Not Your Kind when it drops. I need to pre-order it actually, and I'm going to be reviewing it when it drops, and I really can't wait for this record. I've got a few more albums lined up that I want to be doing. I've got the new Sum 41 album to review. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm a few days late to that, but I'll do that one tomorrow. And I've got what else is coming out this year still? There's a few coming out. various types of music, you know, like Blink and stuff like that, but all sorts stuff coming out. So please do let me know what you think of Solway Firth, and I'll see you all again soon with another video. Please subscribe if you enjoy. I'm really trying to grow this channel. Obviously it's still a very small channel, but I'd love to see it grow and, you know, have a real community here where people can discuss music and everything. And yeah, I really like this song, and let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you all soon in another video. Thank you for watching.